Greetings everyone, it's Business Dad here, back for part 2 of house moving. So what we're going to do today is, oh what a great time to start an episode right at sundown. Let's choose, Ghostly Gibbous, oh that's not too bad, Fro Hat, Afro Business Dad, maybe next time. Head Crab, Mr. Bubbles, headset, oh there we go. Awesome, now we're definitely being Business Dad, aren't we? Hello, how are you? Okay, as you can see, I finally got 2 of them set up. It took a little bit longer. I did only have the Stirling engine going most of the time. At 10 RF a tick, it did take a while. I did set up the combustion engine because I did have a bucket of fuel, which helped power everything up. So as you can see, I've got one of the capacitor banks at the moment. It's just storing energy. Obviously it stores a hell of a lot more than the 400,000 RF the leadstone energy cells do. Alright, so let's put some of this away. We don't need all of this. We will get this stuff sorted very quickly once we get into the logistics. Okay, we'll need that. And we're definitely going to need that box, as we're about to assemble a nuclear reactor. Okay. Beautiful. Did you notice the ladder? I also built a power room. Okay. So the idea is I'm going to build the reactor up against the wall, put the capacitor banks in the middle. So I'm going to build the nuclear reactor here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then build everything around the room. This room is central to the 2 rooms, so sorry about that. So that's one room up there, and that's another room up there. And if I did my maths right, when I do the next ones, there'll be one up there, and there'll be one up there. So it'll be kind of like a central room. So I could actually dump another 4 below this if I wanted to, or potentially put a room like this on top of the current one. Okay, so this, just to get my bearings right, so that way goes out to sea. Alright, so the first thing we probably want to do is get the reinforced drum box down. I did put the wood in here, and no I didn't. Alright, and you're about to find out why I've got so many iron bars, and you might find I did not put enough in. That's right, building nuclear reactors takes a lot of iron, and I mean a lot of iron. Also took the time just to clear this out a little bit. I'll probably clear out in between the levels. Okay, so first thing we probably want is a couple of crafting benches down here, as we are going to need them. Okay, as I said, we'll put the nuclear reactor on that side. Okay. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put the nuclear reactor, we'll get the nuclear reactor up and running first, and then we'll put down the capacitor banks and do the rest. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is an access port. So 1 piston. I know I have a piston. I just went up the bung side, didn't I? I'll keep doing that. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, marble, 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 marble. Cobblestone, 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 cobblestone. And what we'll do is we'll just quickly put the torch down here. I will fix the lighting up later. That's looking cool. Now I know you're going, it's only a piston, why did you go and get it for? Let's just grab some glass. We always need glass, don't we? It's already lying around, no need to spend time making one when I've already got one. Okay, reactor access port, piston chest. 1 piston. 1 chest, and reactor casing. This is where the fun starts coming in. Alright, one stack of these, one stack of these, one stack of these. You go in the middle. I always get you guys mixed up. So black on the top and the bottom. And iron around the edges. Alright, shift click, yes. We will need probably 3 or 4 stacks of those at least. Alright. So that's one reactor report. Next thing we're going to need is a power tap. Redstone. So the power tap was 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so with the nuclear reactor, what we're going to do is start with a 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is quite big, as you can see. Just to make that 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that was my bad. Yeah, that's looking more manageable now. 1, 2, 3. As I said, this is going to require a lot. And you know what I've just realised? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have to dig the ceiling out. I made this one too low. Damn it. Alright. Then again, in a way, that's kind of good, because that means the roof is actually going to be the access point. I'll get on the roof to manage the... Okay. As you can see, I'm burning through these reactor casings already. And it's not, and it's going to get worse. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Oops. And whoops. Okay, so we're going to put we'll put the power tap over here, and we'll put the access port over there. Guess what we need to do? Make another set of reactor casings. We're going to need them, and I think I ran out of iron as well. Now, if you noticed, I haven't used much iron yet. That will change very quickly, very shortly. Okay, so shift click. So what we need to do is just finish doing the outer shell. Okay, so that's the outer shell is basically done. So if we have a look, there should be a reactor glass up here, which is 2 pieces of glass and 1 casing, which is why I've got so much glass here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need a reactor controller, RedNet port, computer port, access port, red power. We need one of these. Okay. We'll put you back down. So reactor control rod. That's 4 casings on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, I hope I've actually made enough graphite bars. That will be annoying to have to go back to the old base to get more. Actually, I can't. I've got everything here. Okay, and it was one of you there, and I think it was one of you there, wasn't it? Yes, beautiful. Okay, reactor controller rod. That goes right there. Okay, so as I said, what we need is the reactor controller itself. Turbine, reprocessor, reactor casing, reactor controller. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Redstone, yellorium, and did I put diamonds in this one? No, I didn't. I put it in another one. That just got the dud side again. I bet you're saying I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. I keep turning the wrong way, and I know I picked up my diamonds. We'll grab 2 just in case. And okay, so power comes first, quite obviously, and then we can do work on the actual logistics network. Okay, it is not ready yet. What we'll do is, we don't need glass there, so we need 9 for there. 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 1 is 16, 17, 18, plus another 6, so that's 24 glass. So what we need to do is, just hold on, come on, 24, then we'll do this, and boom. Alright, now, just so you know, there are still a few more pieces we need to make. However, I just wanted to get this up and going specifically. Okay, and we're going through, that's right. Okay, so we've got 3 pieces of glass, beautiful. Now, the other thing we need to build is the reactor control, the Eulorium, where is it? Fuel rod. Alright, that's not too bad. We need 3 of those. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And guess what? Here comes more iron. And we haven't even gotten started on the main part yet. Okay, there we go. So these need to go directly under the casing. Okay, so that's done correctly, and if you notice, it just multi-structured itself. Okay, so you're probably wondering what we need the iron for. Well, we can't leave basic air in here, so we need to make iron blocks. So we need 9 iron blocks there, we need 9 iron blocks there, so that's 18. And then we need another 321, so we need 24 iron blocks. And considering that's how you make an iron block, we need another 19 of them. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. We'll come back later if we need it. Actually, we will definitely need that reactor casing. Power cables. We should have enough iron for iron blocks. I specifically made sure I had an excessive amount. Alright. Wait a second, where did I put the other ones? Did I just actually... Okay, so we need a... What did I say? 9, 18 plus 3 is 24. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, that is an excessive amount of iron. 1, 2, 3. There is liquid fuels that you can use. However, iron does an extremely good job to start with for a beginner reactor. Okay, beautiful. And if we put this in, when I do this one, the whole, it should multi-block itself. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright. So what we've got is reactor fuel goes in here. This is the power tap. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the power tap through the floor for now and over to here. And what I'll do is I'll just put the capacitor banks in over here to start with. So I'll get them out. See, we used almost 2 whole stack of casings, and that's basically a small reactor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 million storage. The reason I did those off camera before the episode, the last episode, is just that they take a long time. You need to make the electrical steel and then the other type of the energetic alloys or whatever it's called, which takes a while. And you just sat there like that would have been 2 episodes if I sat there and made you wait for it. Okay, come on, no. And I've decided to use, as I was saying earlier, I decided to use the Ender IO conduits because I wasn't sure if the mechanism ones that I had would be able to handle it. So what we've got is a reactor bank that can hold 25 million RF. So that is one hell of a battery. So what we're going to do is bring you down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we'll do is we'll make some cable facades. And we'll grab some Yellorium and we'll throw you in here. Boom. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. Auto eject waste. Yep. Let's activate the reactor and see what's happening. Look at that. That is amazing. We've now got over 1,000 RF per tick. That is 1.2, 1,200 RF per tick. Okay, and as you can see, it's starting to store energy, and you can see this is going up quite fast as well. However, I would expect that to be going up a lot faster than that. I'm wondering if the cable just can't handle it should be able to handle 1.2 thousand per tick. No, it can only handle 640. Okay. I need to upgrade the cable. Let's give me a second. Because what we're going to do is what we need to do. Dig a hole. Probably shouldn't be doing that while I'm climbing a ladder, right? I'm quite sure I had a hole. Yep, there we go. There we go, one nuclear reactor. And what we can do is insert the fuel rod, and what that will do is that will slow the reactor down, which will mean it's producing less energy, quite obviously, but now the cable should be able to handle, but it's also using a lot less fuel. So we'll let it do that while this is charged. We'll put it down to minimum. We've already got over 13 million RF just from that alone. Okay. So we'll insert 90%, so that will really slow the RF per tick down. Yep, and look, it's using almost no fuel now. We could actually take it offline if we wanted to. Look at that, it's still going up heavily. That's amazing. But that's 25 million RF in there. And what we'll do... Actually no, that's only 1.8 million, isn't it? And that's 19 million. Oh, I'm just trying to work that out. They really need to put commas in, don't they? So that's 20 million, but it's saying it can hold 250 million. But I thought each one of those could only hold 5. I'm wondering if there's something funny going on there. Alright, but that's okay. Okay, let's have a look at the Ender.io conduits. Okay, so we're using... Come on. We're using these ones here. So the next ones were just 5,000. Let's have a look at the rest. So let's click over here. So we're out of the box. No. Energetic alloy. So I had to make those for those. Right, that's not bad, actually. That's quite easily done. Oh, those aren't. You require an end of hell for that. However, that is our basic reactor setup. And what will happen is we'll start getting the blue bars out of there once it finishes. That should be 25 million RF. Just waiting to see what happens when it ticks over to 25 if it stops. No, interesting. Oh well, so that's saying that can hold 250. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 5 million times 5. However, 123 RF per tick, and we're using basically no fuel. We are awesome. Now what we want to do is throw the cable up like that. So, and then what we can do is right click on it and go configure IO. So what we've got is this one here, so you can see this one is input, and then what we can do is right click on this one to say it is output. There we go. So this is now output. So this is going to be our power room, so I don't mind running a bit of cable across here. That's fine. So what we'll do is this room over here, the one I've got my chests in, we might make that our active crafting room and stuff. And what we'll do is this room here, we'll make the logistic storage room to start with. That's what I'm thinking. So if that's the base wall, as you can see the power cable goes there. I think it should be here, should be the next corner. Boom. Okay, so how do we want to do this? You know what? Instead of doing that, does right clicking like yes it does, beautiful. What we can do is actually be a lot sneakier about it. I'm going to do some wiring. This is really boring stuff, so I'll be back once I've got another setup done. Okay, and we're back. I've probably been off camera about 90 minutes so far. Just to show you what I've done, we come back down here. With the reactor, currently only doing 120 RF. You can... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can see we're already up to 6 million RF. I was just reading it wrong. At least they have commas on the mouse over. So what I've done is I've removed the port from there and put it underneath. I can make facades a bit later with the assembly table, which I will need to make. So that comes along to here. So if I can do that, that's cool. Cable goes out the side. And if you noticed, I've really cleared this out. Cable comes out the side, it comes up the top. I can actually cover those up later with facades once again, and I will facade everything along here. So the idea is that the ender chest will be there. What I'll do is I'll have the items getting sucked out, and that will be in the wall layer, so I'll remove that. And what will happen is I'll have either diamond pipes or dictionaries running on all 4 of these. So what will happen is just I might have this one dedicated to copper, tin, iron, and maybe like gold and silver or something like that. And then what will happen is we'll go into the pulverizer, down into the furnace, and then we'll have another set of logistics pipes here taking it away. And so we'll probably have those going around this way, and then we'll start having all our chests over here for our storage. So the one thing we do need to make now is an assembly table. Assembly table. Did I just spell that wrong? Yeah, there we go, the big red dot. So I need to quickly make one of these. Oh no, tell me I brought obsidian. I was being so overzealous with everything. I don't think that was... Oh my god, I got obsidian. I wasn't planning to make an assembly table, believe it or not. So what we need though is 1 diamond gear. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. And stone gear into an iron gear, into a gold gear, into a diamond gear. So 1 diamond gear, I believe that was 6 obsidian down the sides. Let's click on this again. A diamond in the middle, and a piece of redstone up the top. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put this down in there, specifically because it will need a lot of power. Okay, and what we're going to need to do is make a chest for it, and this is going to take a little while to run as well, because what you want to do, and I can't stress this enough, with logistics pipes, so if we go Logis, logist, wait for it to pop up. Every recipe has an option of either using a chipset or a gear. A chipset, docking station, no. Recipe. Weird. Okay, so with the golden chipsets use 1 gold bar, whereas the gears obviously use 4. As you can understand, that gets quite expensive very quickly. So where you can use the chipsets, you should. And not use the gears. However, I will admit that I do just basically make the iron gears manually using 5 bars of iron. So these are the lasers. We want to make a few of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I'm about to burn through a lot of diamonds, but I tell you what, it will be worth it. And I just realised what I did there. There we go. Okay. So what we want to do is make sure we've got our power conduits, our assembly table, we've got our chests, we've got redstone. Yep, beautiful. So the way this works is quite different. So what we want to do is 1, 2. The assembly table will put you here and we'll put you here. So what will happen is the lasers, for those who aren't familiar, no. Laser should have gone on there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time you add a laser, it actually speeds up. So then we have the assembly table. Beautiful. So if we put redstone and just say, I know I'm going to need at least 2 diamonds. We'll throw those in there as well, and we'll throw 30 gold in for now. And as I said, I generally will throw some of those in. So what you need to do is just go click, 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 and it will start to assemble. So when the lasers go blue, that means it actually has enough power. And as you can see, it is blowing up, going up quite slowly as it is, and that is with 6 of these. Is there a way to see how much energy those have in them? I'm not sure. Okay, so that's going to take a while, so I'm not going to sit here and make you watch obviously the laser setup go. I could have put that back in the wall, but for now this is a messy room. This isn't a room we want neat and tidy, so that's all fine. I just wanted to quickly show you the setup. That's where I've gotten to now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a 3-parter, and I'm going to work on getting all of the various logistics pipes up and running. So LOGIS, logis. So I'll probably make probably a stack of those, to be honest. Each one of those, so 2 diamonds will end up making approximately 64 of them. However, it is more than well worth it. But each set of 8 will require a golden chipset. So there's quite a few different pipes. Logistics chassis are where all the action's at. However, you want to use logistics chassis too, and I will actually show you why once we get going. And we're going to need a lot of item sinks, which, as you can see, is blank modules, chipsets, or gears. Interesting. Okay, so we've already got a logistics power station and security station, fuzzy crafting table, RF power provider, EU. So what we'll do is get all of our chests for sorting and everything set up, and we'll get all this up and running. We'll put our ender chest up, and I'll show you how we're going to get everything into this base. You're going to love it. I'll guarantee that now. And once we've got our logistics pipes up and running, I'll probably set up the quarry again and get it filtering straight into the networks. Bad hoppers. Whoops. There we go. So that's it for now. And next episode we'll get our logistics and sorting up and running. This is Business Dad signing off for another episode, and you have a good day.